should come across on your path, aiming straight for your goods. Make a trade to his cash, bait with the woods. Replace for your trash, nah, you can have it, sucker. Ready to God, ready to rip. On my high, ready to rip. With that armor, ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ooh, yeah. Trying my hardest to stay with the best. Flexing Giannis S on my chest. Facing problems down the depths. Ready to rip. Coming correct. The fish in the water. Hit my marks. Hooking and set. Ain't being honest. Wearing my Honda. Strapped in his harness. Ready to rip. Trying my hardest to stay with the best. Flexing Giannis S on my chest. Facing problems down the depths. Ready to rip. Coming correct. The fish in the water. Hit my marks. Hooking and set. Ain't being honest. Wearing my Honda. Strapped in his harness. Ready to rip. Like, let's rip. Ready, rip. Praying to God, ready to rip. On my high, ready to rip. With that armor, ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ooh, yeah. Trying my hardest to stay with the best. Flexing Giannis S on my chest. Facing problems down the depths. Ready to rip. Coming correct. The fish in the water. Hit my marks. Hooking and set. Ain't being honest. Wearing my Honda. Strapped in his harness. Ready to rip. Hey, I jump on that track. Ready to roll. Ready to rip. Ready to reach. Place my bets. Hey, you never know when playing on hopes what you could achieve. Making the goal. Peace with the soul. Don't matter the bottle with what you believe. Cause if I'm taking it all in, the calling is harder with nothing that's harder than free. Not giving up though. Don't trip. Gotta go. Take a slip. Make a pass in the low. Put it down the gas for a show. Slide a pass in the grass for the OPO. Got first, never last for the oh no. To the pass, to the glass, to the FOO. Cause I'm gonna pass all you cowards with ease. And when them speeding demons come, we don't feast with the beast and the evil hunting lust. Burn your cheeks when I speak with my real passion, love. Turning all your tricks against you cause you're one and only master. Ready to God, ready to rip. On my high, ready to rip. With that armor, ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ooh, yeah. Trying my hardest to stay with the best. Flexing Giannis S on my chest. Facing problems down the depths. Ready to rip. Coming correct. The fish in the water. Hit my marks. Hooking and set. Ain't being honest. Wearing my Honda. Strapped in his harness. Ready to rip. Like, and I don't care if you don't know my name now. Cause you'll hear when my old lady goes to scream out. Sunset, sunrise, 45 to shine down. Only shine is the truth to the few in power. That's why I roll with God. Middle finger, y'all. Making trust in your clicks with your demigod. Worship to the money, your material. You'll get ripped in half, Sodom cash to Gomorrah. And if a wolf ever should come across on your path, aiming straight for your goods. Make a trade to his cash, bait with the wood.
We can ride high, we can ride low. We can ride anywhere we need to go. We can ride all night up to the morning, as long as we make the show. We can be the best or we can be the worst. We can be the best thing you ever heard. With the motor singing and the grandstands ringing, it's hard to put it all in words. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wild and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we do. This is how we do. Out on the dirt ovals we play, life in the bright lights with no shade. So letting her go, letting her rip, letting her fly, tossing her in sideways, living the life, letting her ride, outside winning to die. Cross her up on the cushion, crossing the line, cause some drama and some bullshit they didn't like. And if they don't like the move, then we're ready to fly. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We
where's my lights? No, we can't take away the. We got to have the lights. We got to have the lights. We got to have the sound. Hold on, where's it at? We'll bring this. The Ready to Rip. That's the song. That's the best song in the world. That we can technically talk about today. We are sitting here on the show, kind of making sure that you are in tune with what's going on. Hold on, what's playing? We got something going on right now. Hold on. Oh no, the I'll Go Down song. This is a good song. Hold on, listen. This is a good one.
Continue on. So let me tell you, girl,
that is a very good song. We are going to turn that down. We do have to get into some serious topics tonight. Take the lights off. Although that looks beautiful. Does that not look beautiful to you? I mean, there's nothing more beautiful than my face and lights and intros and smoke. Of course, we had smoke on the show last night. There was some people who apparently liked the show. I mean, we got a lot of good responses from it. A person that we talked to tonight did not really like it. Turn the lights off. Oh, no, somebody in the comments. The comment section's already getting interesting. And honestly, I feel like our viewers are a little bit down right now. Usually we go live. We hit the 60, 70 mark instantly. We're only at 17 right now. Has the system came after the Chaz, after the Tony Stewart show. It got a little bit too big. But maybe so, maybe not. Well, we can jump right into the topics if y'all want to. And honestly, this is a topic that I tried to ignore it. This situation that has occurred in the social domain today. I had people coming to me today, texting me that I haven't heard from in a while. And they're like, "Hey, have you seen this? Oh my God, what's going on? Who does he think he is?" Oh yeah, we're talking about that topic that you're knowing about. Oh, what is going on here? This is different. Never had that scenario. Okay, sorry. We're bringing it up right now, and this is the topic that everyone is unfortunately or fortunately talking about in the domain world. And I call it the social domain, the thing that controls the mind. You got to understand, obviously, we're over here on a budget. We talk about how life matters more than budget. And the reason I know this is because I've studied the people who have all the money. I've went down the rabbit holes, for instance, of people who have all the power in the world. Okay? And when you get to people who have all the power in the world, you realize they don't really care about possessions like 99.8% of us. That's probably a 0.2 I'm talking about. 99.8% of us work in this normal structure. They work in this life of acquisition. Whether that's a big business or you as yourself. You as yourself, you want a nice house and a nice car, truck, or a race car team. You know, some people, they want the yacht or the bigger yacht because their yacht isn't as big as the other guy's now. But there's people who have enough equity in life that they don't really have to worry about those things. And those people worry about things that you don't worry about because money takes up the time you have to think. So when you get to a certain period or a certain understanding of what true power is, it's about the minds. You start looking at people as a business. You don't look at them, or not even a business. You start looking at them as like an experiment. That's the best word that I would put people under when it comes to what they are to the people who don't worry about money 90% of their life. And so when we talk about the experiment, what I have seen today on my social networks, my buddies, my friends texting me, is the biggest experiment that has hit the racing world recently. There was one a few years ago, but y'all don't want to understand that. But it is under the same umbrella. And we're talking about the umbrella effect. So there was this thing, I call it the experiment, that came out into the world today, known as this. Hold on, let me scroll it down on your screen. The battle for the number 8. Lamar Jackson versus Dale Earnhardt Jr. You look at what's on your screen right now, you see Bob Pockrass, the number 8 that Junior Motorsports uses, was challenged by Jackson, who holds the trademark to Era 8 by Lamar Jackson. The story by NASCAR on Fox has 1,500 comments. This is NASCAR on Fox. I mean, I could scroll for days. I could keep going. I could show you this was the experiment. Let's see what happens when we show these things to people. Let's see what happens when we show that this black quarterback, we know when we're talking about reality. Let's see what happens when we take this black quarterback and put him up against potentially the most famous NASCAR driver to ever live, which I would challenge Dale Earnhardt Jr. to be that. To be that. Let's see what happens. What kind of sporadic reaction can we get from this? How much money can we make on your reaction? That's why you have your fake news. That's why you have these types of things, the media, the basisness, the experiment. Experiments aren't free. You got to pay a lot of money for them. This news story, for so many social outlets, for so many people, and everybody pushed it. NASCAR on NBC's here. NASCAR on NBC literally used the 8 Dale Jr. Budweiser card to get some clicks and 1,000 comments and 449 shares. I work in the content creation world. That's money. You make a post that has this degree of 5,000 reactions, 1,000 comments, and 449 shares. That's money. Fuck you, human. I don't care about you. You're a cow to me. I just milk cash from you. We're getting to tax season, right? That's what it's about, milking you. So NASCAR on NBC literally puts the Budweiser number 8 on this link. NASCAR on Fox uses the number 8, uses Lamar Jackson's image, says it's the battle for number 8 versus Lamar and Dale Earnhardt Jr. But you get over here to the truth. Look how much money they made on y'all's dumb asses. You get over here to the truth. This is NASCAR on Fox. This is Fox Sports Link. So what I mean by that is you go down here and you click NASCAR on Fox. This is what comes up. But this is the difference between the people that read and the people that don't, and why the system makes money on stupid fucking people. Whether that's educated on different cultures, whether that's educated on the base level of just interacting with society around you. This shit works on people who are the majority of society, the slaves. You're too busy working out there in the field to actually know what the fuck's going on. Because our society, our workforce is the same thing. You're in the field doing a job X, Y, Z. You get paid for it, but you live in the stupidity reality because the reality around you is operating 24/7 and you're busy 40 hours a fucking week. You ain't got time to know what's fucking actually going on. And you're depending on these people who post these things to tell you the truth when they're lying to your face to make money off your mind, your reaction, your thoughts, your comment. Because 90% of the world, I would say, believes that this situation between Lamar Jackson and that number 8 car is the Budweiser number 8. That's what you think, right? No, it's not, by the way. If you just click that headline instead of being a dumbass your entire life and you read a little bit, you'll literally see a post from Dale Earnhardt Jr. himself that shows we successfully secured the rights to the stylized 8, which is the 8 as you see on your screen, the little 8. If you can't see it, go to his fucking thing. That's what the man said. But what the man said and the facts of the reality, don't matter who says what. Lamar says I'm wrong. I didn't go after the ad. I didn't do this. No matter what the reality is, these headlines, this science experiment's already won. The truth don't matter to y'all. Y'all are living in your own reality that the scientists have played. And their experiment is performing fucking well. Because it says right here from Dale Earnhardt Jr. himself in his response that the stylized 8, the Budweiser number 8, that over here, once again, NBC is promoting you to click, react, and experience a emotional, a mental, back to the experiment, you're just a rat. The experiment is playing on you. They're getting their money. They're getting paid right here with this reactionary base. They know what's clicking. They know what's making money. It's not about education. It's about monetization. Because if you just go read just a little bit, you see that the number Budweiser number 8 was successfully secured through the USTPO, the Trademark Department of the United States of America. And you see that therefore we will be moving away from the original JRM 8 we have used since 2019. We are looking forward to the remainder of an already successful season. So you see that number 8? See, I originally thought it was a Ralph Earnhardt style trademark. No, sir. It's just some generic fucking 8. Okay? And when you're Lamar Jackson and you got the power and the procedure you have, you might not want that bullshit looking 8 right there. There's no, why are you trademarking this? When Lamar Jackson went after Troy Aikman, sir, for the number 8, I'm sorry. I'm going to sit here and drink my beer that is brewed just like his number 8 beer. I'm in Dallas, Texas right now. I should try that shit. Because that's bullshit. First of all, I mean, you're in the football domain. Troy Aikman's number 8 is going to trump yours all day. But Lamar Jackson did not come after this situation with Dale Jr., with this Dale Earnhardt Budweiser number 8. Do you know why? That was success. Once again, Lamar Jackson said, you're good, you're cool, I'm fine, I'll take the, whatever, that's fine. But this other one that you just, fucked around with, I have some rights to that. And maybe, like I said, stretch with the Troy Aikman deal, and maybe even a stretch here. How can you trademark the number 8? And how many ways? I understand that. But once again, this is the facts of the scenario. This is what's happened. But the money isn't made. The system doesn't milk you, Cal, with the facts. It milks you with imagination. That's why South Park's episode of Imagination Land was so beautiful for describing the American society. Because even though this is the facts, they're posting this. They're posting that Budweiser number 8. These people know for a fact that this is not about this race car. That Budweiser number 8 is successfully secured. You heard it from Dale Jr. himself right there. He said it. They're not posting this based on facts. They're posting this on milking that fucking cow. Look at that. Do y'all feel deceived? Does anybody out there is like, I had no idea. Wow, really? It wasn't about the Budweiser 8? Why did I get told all day long that it was? Why were all these pictures and thumbnails? Kenny Wallace's page did it. Kenny Wallace, look. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson fouls. And in that video I watched where it was like, what? The guy's literally acting like it's the Budweiser 8. And then I guess he saves the response video to say that it's not. But once again, 16K views on a 19-minute video, there's money. This is about the money. It's about the experiment. Unbelievable. The facts are right there. The facts are right there. I know at the end of the day, I should shut the F up most of the time when we talk about things like this. I that was my rant for the evening. I honestly don't care if there's one or two people watching. But at the end of the day, this is ridiculous. The only other person who may be able to join with me and walk off the mountain into this abyss that I have just described might be Jeremy Eliott. He is coming live home from his situation in Washington, D.C. He did not attack Trump, I promise you. But he was trying to see some guy with the stick win tonight. I hear turbulence. I hear wind. What is going on? Jeremy Eliott, are you there?
I'm here.
You just heard everything I said. Are you emotionally secure?
I'm fine. I don't.
Do you see why you don't understand why I get mad, or you do, or don't, or no?
Well, I mean, first off, it comes down to legitimate media and illegitimate media, and I don't get wrapped up in stories that are clickbait. I've been in journalism way too long, and I guess I'm an old school journalist. I worked at a newspaper. I don't fictionalize and sensationalize something past the point that it needs to be.
So, but at the end of the day, it seems like sensationalism has taken over the entire industry. Social engineering, in a way.
That's fine. I don't have to participate in that.
Okay.
I just don't. I'll stick to the facts. I'll give my opinion within reason, and and move on. And by the way, the only number 8 that matters today is what happened in Washington, D.C.
What happened in Washington, D.C. is Lamar coming for him, or
no. Alex Ovechkin, number 8 for the Washington Capitals, scored 2 goals and tied Wayne Gretzky's goal record in National Hockey League.
And he is a number 8. You're saying?
Yes, he is. Okay. Now, I'm sure you'll make that some correlation, but...
Well, no. And that's my issue with it. That's why I call it this whole experiment and these posts. This is a race-baiting topic,
Well,
because Lamar Jackson didn't reject Budweiser number 8, that famous Dell Jr. number. He didn't reject that. He rejected this other bullshit thing, but how it was projected by the entire social world, NASCAR, all of them, was the Budweiser 8. So it made it seem like, why is the black quarterback guy coming after our Budweiser? He was alive when I saw the one today when Lamar Jackson was a tickle on his nutsack. I heard very profound negative comments today that just went after Lamar.
When NASCAR can draw more than a 2.0, then it becomes a story.
So you're saying it would have been okay to take even the Dell Jr. 8?
I just don't care either way. I just don't.
Oh God!
I don't think Lamar Jackson cares. I don't think this will be gone in a day. It's nothing.
But isn't that how news works in today's society? It's here today, gone tomorrow.
What won't be gone is what I watched tonight.
Well,
that will not be gone.
When he breaks it, it won't be gone. You think tying will be bigger than breaking?
No, but what I took away from tonight, again, the atmosphere, the presentation, the fans getting, their money's worth, the game itself, there was no nonsense. There was tradition. There was history. Again, it was just, it's one of the, I've been covering sports since 1998. And this is one of the best things I've ever seen.
Really?
Yes, easily. Yes. My 12-year-old, who's sitting next to me, we become big hockey fans. We got Hershey Bears tickets this year. You've heard me talk about it. I've talked about it on my shows. Well, their parent club in the NHL is the Washington Capitals. Now, I'm not a Washington Capitals fan. I'm a Chicago Blackhawks fan. And, yeah, I know. She's smiling because
Why is she rubbing it in? What do you mean she's smiling, Jeremy?
Because the Capitals beat the Blackhawks tonight.
The Blackhawks are not that good.
And the Blackhawks are really bad.
Are you a Blackhawks fan because of a Dallas Cowboy syndrome?
No, I'm a Blackhawks fan because of a goalie I used to root on who used to play there.
Okay.
So, and he was a nasty individual.
God.
But oh yeah, he got a lot of penalty minutes as a goalie. But that being said, she's rubbing it in a little bit, which is fine. It was one of the best sporting events I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah, so you're saying the show is even better?
Oh, the show. See, the NHL doesn't have a great TV deal. It's not like the NFL. It's not like I would argue it's not even like the NBA because just from a monetary standpoint. So they have to make the in-game experience. Not that the other sports don't try and make them great. They do. But hockey probably has the best venue experience out of any sport that I've attended.
Really?
And I've attended the NFL. Yes.
Even better than Monster Jam and stuff.
Oh, yes. Stop it. I've been to that. I had to cover that once.
Oh, God.
It's like a rock concert on steroids. You have just the people. You have the Jumbotron is used perfectly. Like when Ovechkin tied the record tonight, they already had a video made. It played. The fans, they didn't sit down. They stayed afterward. It took us probably 45 minutes to get out of the arena.
Wow.
Because people were taking pictures next to video boards, where they were $8.94. That's how many he has. He'll break it on Sunday, I think, when they play the Islanders, but it'll be on the road. So they won't be at home. So it was just, like, I've never seen that at a racetrack.
Right. Especially a dirt one.
Well, yeah, NASCAR tracks are like erector sets. They look like those.
What do you mean by that?
Well, remember when you were a little kid, they had the erector sets. They all look the same. They don't really have. And look, I'm not bagging on NASCAR. They just don't. Their venues don't have personality.
Daytona's pretty different.
Well, yeah, okay. Indianapolis is an exception.
Daytona.
The Brickyard is Daytona. Okay, maybe, but it's still an erector set. You have the steel, and there's no personality. Like when you go to Madison Square Garden, and unfortunately, it's one of the few venues I haven't been to, but my daughter's already sucking me into. Because now she wants to see an NHL game in every city. She wants to go see like Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
That's hallowed. That's hallowed ground in the sports world.
Yeah,
In the real,
that's the place where everything happens.
yeah, NFL stadiums I've been to, they have personality. Now Lincoln Financial doesn't. It's a newer one, but speaking of Lamar Jackson, M&T Bank Stadium has personality. Foxborough, where the Patriots play, has some personality. It
Yeah.
just it adds to the game. I would say Dirt Track Racing Eldora does that. Eldora, to me, is the best track in the country for personality, for intimacy, for atmosphere.
Now, here would be my rebuttal to what you just described. Do you think that people have to be at least? Do you think something has to happen for a venue to become famous, like Foxborough, for instance? It wouldn't have been nothing without Tom Brady.
Yeah, but then I'll one up
You know what
you
I'm
and
saying
say,
by that? I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. I see what you're saying, but Wrigley Field has barely had anything happen there.
that's different. I did not mention that for a reason. I feel like
Well, yeah, because
but Wrigley Field is a thing because something has happened there. Foxborough is a thing because something has happened there. Don't you think something has to happen at these venues for them to become must see
no,
or attend? Sorry, attend is the better word.
I think it helps. I don't think it hurts it, but I think it's got to have something different. It's got to have something that wows the fans, something that keeps their interest.
Okay.
Something, maybe look, Camden Yards, when Camden Yards first opened, it was one of the first baseball, kind of these new baseball fields where there's less crowd, but because there's less stands, but they have a midway and you can do all this stuff. It was one of the first parks of these new baseball parks where you could go there and do things other than just watch the game. So they didn't win anything yet. It just had something different.
But
So
don't
I
you think
think
the reason that like Madison Square Garden is such a thing is because of, what it is?
Well, it's history. I mean, it's been around forever. You do have a lot of historical events that have happened there, but I think that's more of a longevity thing, and just what that arena has meant to the sports world. I mean, it's been around. It's in New York City. That doesn't hurt. But look, tomorrow night I'm going to go. This may surprise people. I'm not going to the races again. And I'm going
What do you mean you're not going to the races again? What do you mean?
I didn't go to the Grove tonight.
Well, I know that. Well, and you did the right thing because they rained out with 5 laps in.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered. I don't care if it would have been. I saw history tonight. If I would have went to Williams Grove, rain or no rain, I wouldn't have seen it. I wouldn't have seen any history.
So you're basically saying you're starting to live life.
I've always been like that.
Is Eliott with 2 L's and T's?
Two L's and 2 T's.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I put a graphic up for you. I want you to look good.
Well, yeah. But no, I'm a sports junkie. So I I'll watch golf. Joe watches golf. I love the Masters. I'll watch the Masters this year.
Why do you like golf? This is the biggest question of the day. Why?
Because it's the hardest sport to play and be good at.
Why would you say that?
Because you have elements like wind. You have greens that do different things on different days because they move it around. You got to hit a little white ball 480 yards into a little hole And by the way, again,
Why would you say it
when-
like that? A little white ball into a little hole.
Because that's what it. Because it's a little white ball. That's what it is.
Okay, I'm just letting you clarify before people take it the wrong way. You know, I mean, it's got to be white,
No.
right? So continue.
No. You can. Well, no, on the PGA Tour, it needs, it's got to be white.
You got to properly identify. So it's an Anglo-Saxon ball that
Well,
goes into.
Yeah, but no,
good.
it's the hardest. It's the hardest sport to be good at. You can be a football player, and while it's difficult, I mean, if you can run fast and you can catch a ball,
You don't have to be that good. So hold on. We'll agree. All right, golf is number one. Fine. Skill. We're talking about everything, and in my opinion, what you're saying is you're talking about everything but the physical nature, in a way.
it's actually physical because you can't use it.
Go ahead.
It's a very physical game, and I'll prove it to you.
Is golf more physical than racing? Sprint car.
What's that? It's what?
Is golf more physical than racing a sprint car?
It's different.
Yeah, but I'm
Go
asking you a question. I mean,
It's different physically.
okay, so
Because
are you saying cardio is like sprint car racing is more of a cardio deal where you need more brute
Yeah.
strength with the golf situation?
With golf, it's torque. It's torque, and go look up the amount for a round of golf. Pounds of pressure on your shoulders. It's incredible. I think it's like 190 when you hit a driver. I think it's 190 pounds worth of pressure on your shoulder. Some number like that. Because bowling, it's 160, 165.
Okay.
Every time you throw the ball. Now, not like going to global like you do. I'm talking about doing it in a tournament setting, guys who do it for a living.
Well, and there's guys and there's women like Lydia Vu, and then there's also, you were talking about the muscles it takes. There's this Paige Sporanic or whatever. She definitely looks like she has some strong shoulders and shoulders equal breast muscles. This person is definitely trained. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's tough to be this way.
Well, and the other thing is, you miss the ball by a smidge on the head of the driver, you're left or you're right.
So you're
either
saying
slice-
that even a person like this woman here, Paige, she's not only got strong shoulders, but she's good at nailing the head of a white ball.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
It sounds very
that's what you're saying. That you're explaining this.
Yeah,
I am.
But when you say it sounds so inappropriate.
Why does it sound inappropriate?
Why, you have to look in the mirror and ask yourself that.
Well, I need to ask Spike. I'm just saying if she, I mean, there's some skills out there. I'm just saying. I'm appreciating the skill, Jeremy. That's all I'm appreciating the skill.
Every sport,
Yeah.
and I know this, people struggle with this.
Oh, I struggle with it all the time.
Every sport has a unique set of skills that it takes to be good at it. And there's a difference.
And some people don't have it, they just don't.
Well, yeah, and then the other thing is to do it at the highest level, like hockey.
I'm looking at some highest level. Yeah, hockey, same thing, yeah.
I mean, the endurance it takes to be a hockey player. I've covered hockey, and I covered one of the Blackhawks players. My daughter just reminded me. One of the guys who plays for the Blackhawks, I covered him in high school.
Yeah, I mean, the Blackhawks definitely up in this situation, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, Nick Foligno.
Mm-hmm.
Covered him in high school. I covered him in high school. He was only there 1 year because he was so good. Then he had to go. He went to Canada and played club hockey and went to high school up there. But he was.
I mean,
These guys-
what you're saying and what I'm looking at, I can understand why the terraces are so high.
Yeah. Well, Canadians definitely can play hockey.
What about golf, though? Can they
Yeah,
beat this
there's
pace we're
Canadian-
on it?
There's Canadian golfers.
Okay.
Now, Joe knows more of that than I do. He watches it a lot more than I do, but I've covered it, and it's incredibly disciplined. It takes an incredible amount of discipline,
I think it takes
concentration.
that. I think that golf is one of those sports that, and maybe this is going to discredit it, and maybe it does, maybe it should. I think it's one of those sports that you have to have training with. Like I could go out here right now and back up to the 3-point line and hit a three and do okay. But obviously, if I trained a little harder, I'd be able to hit the three all the time. But I feel like with golf, you can't just walk up and have some kind of natural ability to hit that fucking ball straight for 300 yards. You have to train. You have to, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it does not really appeal to natural talent. I think it's more so a trained sport, and I think you have to have time to learn that training.
Well, some people who play at the highest level, they can still have some natural talent, but any natural talent needs to be honed.
I understand the honing,
is.
but there's still guys who could jump in racing, for instance, which I think is very high up on this kind of difficulty to do deal. Racing, for example, you can get a guy in there who just sees it, goes it, shoots it, and makes it, just like the basketball, just like the football. The guy could see it all just instantly. I don't know if you could ever do that with golf. I don't think you could walk up and hit a golf ball straight if you haven't trained and took the time to learn how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Happy Gilmore thing doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen, yeah. And I think that's where the natural talent lies. You're saying golf. It sounds like you're saying the difficulty in golf is that you could have it, but if you don't work for it, then you're kind of never going to go anywhere with it. It forces you to work for it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I played a lot of sports when I was younger, and the hardest thing I've ever done is play golf.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I mean, I know you don't know this, but a white man from the ghetto or a white boy in the ghetto, you had to be able to do some things or you weren't accepted. And I was accepted because I could hit the three-pointer. I could throw the football well, Jeremy, and I could sack some people.
Well, I got to tell you.
I just don't think you can learn. I don't think, but that's me living on my talent. I can do it, but I don't think you can do that with golf, is what I'm saying.
I got to tell you something. This is funny because I was listening to your opening, and my 12-year-old goes, "What is he talking about?"
Yeah, well, she's in the Mennonite Appalachian Mountains of PA. She don't know nothing.
No. Let me tell you about kids.
Oh, I'm about to tell you about kids. Continue.
Kids. Well, I've heard you have them, but that's beside the point. Or at least that's what the text message says.
Oh, 100%.
No, I don't buy that. But kids are interesting because the kids of today, and I'll notice this, and I was talking with my ex-wife about this today, they're not as mature as we were when we were younger. But they're so technologically advanced. My daughter can look at a phone and solve it like the Rubik's Cube, and I'm sitting over here, screwing around, and she's over laughing at me because it's happened. But she was listening. We were listening to your opening. And she goes, "What is he talking about?"
She's culturally disconnected, but continue.
No. She's like, "All I hear is money." And
oh yeah.
And but then so just now when you kind of were talking, she goes, "What's he saying?"
Well, when she gets about 30 years old, she's gonna sit back and be like, "Oh. Yeah, that's what that guy was talking about. Holy shit."
Well, the thing is, she'll probably be able to buy and sell both of us, and she'll be so
You're only
far
saying that
advanced.
because she's a woman, Jeremy, and you know it.
No.
Just tell. Yep, that's the truth.
No, because I'm already telling her about investing. I'm already telling her about storage units.
Oh, storage units? What the hell? Oh, you're trying to get her to be one of those American pickers, huh?
Let me tell you what, storage units, that's guaranteed money every month to do nothing.
To do nothing. You got to go in there and pick it out and stuff. It'll take you a day or two.
No. You own the storage units and you rent them out.
Oh, God.
They're huge.
Okay.
They're huge. And the reason is because now people can't afford to buy houses, and that's going to get worse. That's another story.
Why
for
is
another
that
time.
happening, Jeremy? I thought Trump
Well,
was
I'm
supposed
not
to
gonna-
save us all, Jeremy. What happened?
Well, let's just put it this way, and this is all I'll say about it. You have to be a special kind of stupid to lose money and be bankrupt in a casino.
You cannot just make that statement and say, that's all I'm going to say. What do you mean? You just like slap Trump in the face.
Again, you have to be. I just got back from Vegas. Go ask Joe. Joe will tell you the money in Vegas. You have to be a special kind of stupid to go bankrupt owning a casino.
Well, but
That's it. There's no debate. There's no, and he did it 3 times.
oh God, here he goes.
I mean, what kind of businessman goes broke at a casino? Are you kidding me?
I mean,
common sense. Look, let's use
you
common
can
sense
go
here.
broke in a casino, Jeremy,
You can if you're playing, but not if you own it.
or if it was given to you.
Yeah, well, there's always that too. Every loan that was
Why do you
ever
think
signed.
he wanted a casino as a kid? Like, hey, Daddy, buy me a casino. He could have said race car. I mean, we got
can't
plenty
answer.
of rich people who say, hey, just give me a race car. I want to have fun. Why
That's-
did he want a
that's a-
casino? Was it prostitution?
That's a psychology that I can't get into.
I mean, we could get into
Normally-
the psychology. I mean, Stormy Daniels, for instance. I mean,
No. Like I said, I'm just saying. That's all I'm going to say about it. From a business acumen,
gas
to go
went up
bankrupt-
40 cents yesterday. You know this. In Texas, it did. There's people
well,
saying they
Texas,
need
yeah.
to create stickers that says, I did that, but with Trump instead of Biden now.
well, look, I don't like any politicians at this point, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But I tend to my party's dead. And
What is your
I tend
party? The RFK party or what?
No, he's a jackass too.
What do you mean?
Um,
You don't like anybody.
Well, how am I supposed to take health advice from a heroin addict?
Because he's been to the bottom and now he's here. Started from the bottom and now he's here. It's a rap song.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got to do the thing where he made a mistake. I thought.
Do you
making a
want,
mistake-
hold on. Do you want somebody who's never been to prison to tell you about prison, or do you want somebody who's been to prison to tell you about it? That's all I'm
Why
saying.
do I need to know about prison? I'm not going there.
Because the pharmaceutical industries, all of them deserve to be in prison when we look at the facts of the
No,
health
no,
industry.
no.
Yes,
I'm not
they
going
do.
to
Yes, they do.
I don't
Anyway.
need to go. I'm not going to prison, so I don't need to know about it.
Oh,
okay?
well, just
That's-
because these private investors can afford enough money to not go to prison don't mean they should be judged differently by the common man.
It's you're missing the point. The point is, I think it's all. I hate this deal. We go, oh well, he just made a mistake. No, losing your keys is a mistake. Injecting heroin for 15 years isn't a mistake. Okay.
Doing cocaine in the White House and getting a blowjob from the secretary like Bill Clinton's a mistake. We forgave him, huh?
Well, look, he balanced the budget though.
Oh, he balanced it out. Oh, he balanced it through NAFTA.
No, he balanced the budget. It doesn't
hit the
matter.
budget.
He's the only president to do it. He's the only president
The
to do
fact
it.
of the matter is this country should have bankrupt 45 years ago, but we've been playing deals ever since. And now Trump's kind of trying to come in and saying, hey, these deals are all fucked up without seeing why they had to be made in the first place. That's
Didn't
really
he make
what's happening.
didn't he make the deal in 2018 with Canada, and then he said it's a bad deal?
Oh, I mean, he does have a book called Art of the Deal. I'm not sure if he did it or not, but I'm not going to dispute what you're saying.
Well, you can't because it's a fact. And then on top of that, every deal he ever did, he co-signed off his daddy, Fred.
Why did he have to co-sign if he's this great, successful businessman that we've been led to believe?
Well, I'm going to circle back to you have to be a special kind of stupid to be bankrupt owning a casino.
Well, you have to also be a special kind of stupid to think that Lamar Jackson is suing Dylan Hart Jr. over the Budweiser 8 to circle back to what I'm actually talking about, because what I'm actually talking about is the root of the issue to the tree that we see on a daily basis. Because, once again, all you have to do is read a little bit, and you can find it's all bullshit, but the experiment makes money. Hillary
Didn't make
versus
that
Trump
much
makes
money.
money. Trump versus Biden. You know how much money was made this last election cycle on fake news?
Well, I think it's funny. I think it's funny people donate to rich people.
Well, I mean, that is the best quote of all time. Is somebody said from the left, I hope that in history we study how a man who shits on a gold toilet convinced poor people that he cares about them. And that's a very true statement. Like, how did we get there?
Well, look, I think the whole thing's a social experiment with
From the Nazis who actually run the world, but continue.
no, I'm not gonna get into that, but
It's true. The Nazis won the war, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, stop it with that.
It's true.
I'm not getting into that.
Okay, continue your statement then. Fine.
All I'm saying is I saw history tonight. It was one of the best things I've seen. It was, and now I'm going to go see more hockey tomorrow and more hockey on Sunday.
Okay.
Now, it won't be the same. There's a difference between AHL and NHL, but it was good stuff.
And you got to see at least get tied.
Yeah, and you know what? We came in, we bought these tickets. Addison, how long was it? When did we buy these tickets? A month ago?
We bought these tickets at the end of February.
We bought them at the end of February. So we were trying to project when we could go down to a home game and where, when was he going to break this record? And, I mean, he scored on Wednesday night in Carolina, so he needed 2 to tie and 3 to break it. And I told 50-50 crack that he could score 2 goals in a game, because you figure if he scores 1, let's say they're up by 1, he could get an empty netter. It was the best case scenario. He got 2 goals. Neither of them were empty netters. He had a chance for the hat trick. He had like 3 or 4 good looks and couldn't pull the trigger. But it was the best case scenario for us traveling, 2.5 hours and seeing something that my daughter will remember the rest of her life.
Until somebody comes and breaks it.
Yeah, I mean, there's guys out there who maybe could break it. Celebrini, my daughter's saying Celebrini from San Jose. He's really young. He's really good. McKinnon for Colorado has the most goals in the league. I don't know how old he is, though.
Here, let me check.
My daughter's going to check now.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, and that's the thing, too. Isn't it funny? She's 12 years old. She has the attention span of a gnat. She has no attention span whatsoever. But we got Bears tickets this year. She loves it. We walk in about, if it's 7 o'clock, we'll walk in about 6, and we're there till about 9:30. If there's overtime, it's only a 5-minute overtime now. She's engaged the whole time. We were down at this game tonight. She was engaged the whole time.
29.
McKinnon's 29, so that's not likely. But, so and again, she's 12. You know, her attention span hasn't developed yet.
This is
And
true.
she's all into it. Why? Because the game,
Because this is cool.
she said it's cool.
You made it
Damn.
cool. You're the reason, Jeremy.
No, I'm not the reason.
Chase Rodman just commented. He said hockey is the best sport and it isn't close. That's why she pays attention.
Well, and
Well,
it's
I admitted this
fast-paced.
to you. I admitted this to you earlier. I have never got into hockey. The best hockey team is the Mighty Ducks, as far as I'm concerned. But
Oh, boy.
that's the last little attention span I had. I mean, the Dallas Stars won the cup or whatever when I was a kid, but no one cared. You know, they were worried about the Cowboys.
You know, and who was their goaltender?
Who cares? I don't care. It's fucking hockey.
It was Eddie Belfour, who used to play for
in the South. I've always looked at hockey players as the guys who couldn't make it on the football and basketball teams.
Oh, contraire, move.
That's out in the South. I mean, yeah.
No.
I mean,
No, that's not. That's not.
that's why it's all
True.
y'all white guys, because you couldn't keep up on the field or the court.
No, there's more ethnicity in hockey every year.
Not more than the NBA and NFL. That's what I'm saying, y'all. It's rejects.
Well, let me ask you this: how many ice rinks are in downtown New York City or downtown LA?
I don't know about LA. New York could have some, but
Yeah, it's all for public skate, but they don't. You know, they don't. That's all that is what you're subjected to, and also to play basketball. What do you need? You can go to Dick's Sporting Goods and buy a ball.
right.
Hockey's expensive.
So it's back to the same argument with golf. Golf is an elite talent. It's just people who can afford it because of the, needed money to enter the country clubs and to buy the proper equipment to compete. It's like racing.
You know, Tiger Woods has changed that a little bit.
So it's generational wealth is why
Well,
hockey,
yeah,
golf
look.
exists on this level.
Well, hockey.
This is my argument for dirt racing to NASCAR. It's generational wealth that gets you up there where you have opportunity here. So
Hockey's not. The thing about hockey is it's expensive to buy the skates and the pads, and hockey becomes a lot more expensive if you're a goalie.
So you
Because-
weed out the ghetto kid and the trailer trash white guy, the Julian Edelmans and
No, because you still have those guys sometimes come out of it. But I think there's a lot of levels to hockey. You have to go a lot of levels to get to the NHL. You know, football, you just go to college.
but you gotta go through high school. And
Yeah,
the
but
high school levels,
yeah.
it's pretty tough in PA,
Yeah,
Texas,
but
Oklahoma.
But you have to go through so many, AAU teams, club team. There's so many levels to go through hockey. It makes it difficult. It's a difficult thing.
Does it make it
takes time.
difficult or expensive?
Well, again, if you're a goalie, it's expensive.
Okay.
So there you go. But it's a great sport. It's a great sport.
Why?
Fast paced. Guess what? It starts on time, like most stick and ball sports. When you go to when you go to the fan experience in the arena, it's worth every nickel.
Okay.
It's worth every nickel. You have 18 minutes of downtime between periods, so you have a total of 36 minutes of downtime. And they fill it with just stuff. They'll have kids race around the ice. They'll have a money machine they'll put down and fans get in it, and they have mascot stuff. It's kind of like almost like a minor league baseball type of feel to it.
Okay.
But That's all I got.
Okay.
I saw history tonight, and I figured I'd share it with you.
Okay.
You know, and a weekend off from racing.
That's good. More than one coming, or is that it? Are you going to come back to the normal side of life where it's not all about racing, or are you going to be stuck forever?
No. Look, I earn my living in racing, and I like racing. It's not that I don't like sprint car racing. I do. I've been going since 1984.
Okay.
And it just so happens I make my living that way. But I think, you know, my daughter's only going to be 12 one time. She's only going to grow up one time. Who knows what her interests are going to be. Again, she has the attention span of a gnat. So she's
I
kinda
think she's
grinning at
smarter
me.
than you personally, but you're going to be
No,
biased towards her.
hey, absolutely.
It sounds like she's educated. You're stuck in the past, you know, so.
I'm not stuck in the past. No, who do you think's helping educate her?
I mean, you're helping her, but you need to listen to her more. I think you're overreacting.
Well, listen. No, you don't want to listen to her.
No, you might
Trust
want to do that. She's going to tell you what's
No.
coming, and you're telling her what has been, you know. I mean, that's what I mean.
So she can learn for the future. But no, like the Bears go to the playoffs coming up, so I'll miss. You know, if they have a huge game on a weekend and the race is just a regular weekly show, yeah, I'll probably forego the race and maybe send somebody else to do content for the website.
Okay.
So
you'll still keep talking though, right?
What do you mean?
If you don't go on the road, you're still going to do your 90 at 9 and all that. That's what people want to hear.
Yeah, no. The 90 at 9 never goes away. The
Okay.
deep dive never goes away, and now the Tuesday show never goes away.
And it's over. You're committed for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I don't. No, yeah.
You've set your future. You might want to be happy with it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm okay with. Look, I'm okay with it. I don't. I'm not complaining.
Okay. All right.
All right. You have a good night.
We'll try.
All right. Bye.
Bye. So that was Jeremy Eliott on the show, ladies and gentlemen. It has happened. What are the comments saying? I was focused on Jeremy. I wasn't worried about your white trash comments, your Spike, your Jordan in here, all running his mouth. Did anyone watch Pastrana in the RSR car? Yeah, it was not that great, but we turned this podcast for dirt racing. Sorry, let me reread that. We turn to this podcast for dirt racing. We know other sports exist and podcasts that discuss them. For sake, stay with racing. We listen for racing. Well, I mean, unsubscribe, sir. It's not always going to be about racing. Most elite prospects good enough to make the NHL skip. I'm waiting for Chase Rodman to call. By the way, the line is open now. You could call. I mean, that's the number 423-616-7673. Chase Rodman, he's always on that West Coast time. I'd love to hear what he has to say. Although he may not say a lot. He may not say a lot. We're waiting for the next caller, guys. Waiting for the next caller. Where you at? We're waiting on you. Waiting on the next caller. Hold on. Can we actually get to the next caller? I'm waiting. Bring Chase in and make this a hockey podcast. No, it's not happening. That is not happening, sir. I mean, we could end it right there. I mean, that's fine as well. We could end it. That's fine. I mean, I said what I had to say. We had Jeremy Eliott on the show. We'll get some more smoke reactions as more things come out. Why do something like that for publicity and not even fit him in the car ahead of time? What a joke. It is true. But I don't think Travis Pastrana could handle a sprint car. I just don't. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, This is the situation at hand. We did have our show tonight. We did. I got emotionally charged. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that particularly. But there is hope for you. You could go to the streaming apps, listen to some of the music, listen to what we talk about sometimes. But the Chaz, we're going to be coming up with a new song called "'Cause I'm Bad." We did put out one the other day. We retracted it. We want to kind of, or I want to kind of redo it a little bit. So stay tuned for that coming out here. New songs coming very quickly. I want to thank Jeremy Eliott for calling in. Still want to give a big shout out to Tony Stewart for calling in. That's a big guest, obviously, for the show. Spread that show around, if you will. It hasn't got the views that it deserves. It hasn't got the views that it deserves. Oh, no, somebody's calling. What is this? Who is this?
Chaz, Dean, Henry.
Okay, what did you want to talk about, Dean? I was signing off.
Oh, I just want to congratulate you on your show last night with the smoke. Great show.
You thought so?
Great show. Yes, it was. Very good.
Okay, well, that's good.
You handled it very professional. It was great.
We didn't have no alcohol like you told Clyde. He tells me everything. You can't keep nothing from Clyde.
Yep.
But
For
that's
sure.
good.
I can't believe, the thing that really surprised me, Chaz, was how long Tony stayed on.
3.5.
I think it
I
surprised
felt like
you
I had to
too,
push him
didn't
off
it?
a little bit, too. I mean, he seemed
Yeah.
like he wanted to keep going.
Oh, he would have, I think.
Yeah, well, I didn't want
Yeah.
to ruin his wife's life, I didn't want to be that guy,
Yeah, very, very. I really like that show. Yep. Did a great job.
We tried.
So,
Well, thank you for
Yeah,
the
I just
response.
I just wanted to call and tell you.
Do you think we're going to do a rap concert in the ballroom? He seemed to be on for that. I mean,
It sounded like it, didn't it?
it sounds like we could be doing concerts at the ballroom or maybe live talk shows. I think that would be good. Me and Smoke and a few other guys, Donnie in there, we could really get it going.
I'll tell you what. I'd love to see Donnie on there with you guys. last
Imagine
night.
the ballroom at King's Royal one day, me, Donnie Schatz, and Tony Stewart. Oh, my God, we burned the house down.
Oh, yeah.
That's must see. You'll have more people at the tent than ever at that point.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it seems like that could happen. We'll see.
Yeah. Like I said, I'd like to see Donnie on with you guys last night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
We gotta say that
would've been awesome.
So you're saying we gotta close the ballroom off and charge $5 to get in to see that? That's what you're saying.
There you go. There you go.
Snap! Oh snap! Okay, well, thank you for liking it. I'm gonna try to make a song tonight.
Okay.
That's my deal.
Okay, buddy.
All right.
Have a good one.
Thank you, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. We're gonna get out of here. Thanks for tuning in. The Chaz on Spotify, all the outlets. We're gonna try to make you a new song tonight. That's what we're going to do right now. Links in the description. If somebody will please send some PayPal and Venmo, it will do a world of support for the show. If not, it is what it is. We'll keep on going. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, and we will catch you next time.
Ready to rip, ready to reach. Place my bets, hey, you never know when playing on hopes what you could achieve. Making the goal, peace with the soul, don't matter the